Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast where we explore interesting English words. I'm your host, Alex, and today's word is earthquake. So, what exactly is an earthquake? Well, it's a noun, and it describes the shaking of the ground caused by movements deep within the earth. Think of it as the earth having a little wobble. We often use the word earthquake when talking about natural disasters, news events, or even just describing something that felt shaky. For example, the earthquake in Japan caused significant damage. Now, let's look at some words that have similar meanings to earthquake, synonyms if you will. One synonym is tremor. We could say, "Did you feel that tremor just now?" Another word is quake. It's a shorter, more informal way to say earthquake. For instance, the quake measured 6.0 on the Richter scale. A third synonym is seism. You might hear scientists using this word. A sentence could be, "The seismograph recorded a strong seism." Another possible synonym, depending on context, is shock. As in the shock from the geological event was felt miles away. Finally, a less common but relevant synonym is temblor, especially used in some regions. California is known for its frequent temblors. Now, what about words that mean the opposite of an earthquake? These are a little trickier, as nothing is a direct opposite. But we can think about words that suggest stillness, stability, or calm. One possible antonym is stillness. For example, the stillness of the morning was broken by the news of the earthquake. Another antonym could be stability. You could say, "The engineers ensured the stability of the building to withstand future earthquakes." A further antonym, in a sense, is calm. As in, after the earthquake, a sense of calm slowly returned to the city. We could also use peace, as in the peace was shattered by the sudden earthquake. And finally, tranquility can also be used, as in, the tranquility of the countryside was disrupted by the force of the earthquake. So, how can we use the word earthquake in everyday life? Well, you might hear people saying things like, "I felt a slight earthquake last night, did you?" Or, "Scientists are predicting a major earthquake in the region." You might also read about earthquakes in the news, with headlines like, "Deadly earthquake hits Nepal." Sometimes, we use the word earthquake metaphorically, meaning not literally, to describe a sudden and disruptive event. For example, the company merger sent earthquakes through the industry. Or the politician's sudden resignation caused an earthquake in the government. Here are some more examples of earthquake in sentences and phrases. The city was devastated by the powerful earthquake. The earthquake drill helped the students prepare for an emergency. Scientists are studying the cause of the recent earthquake. The aftershocks following the earthquake continued for days. The earthquake relief efforts are providing aid to those affected. The building was designed to be earthquake-resistant. The earthquake caused a tsunami that affected coastal areas. The earthquake measured 7.0 on the Richter scale. Experts warn residents about the potential for another earthquake. She survived the earthquake and shared her incredible story. The damage from the earthquake was estimated to be billions of dollars. The government declared a state of emergency after the earthquake. They were trapped under rubble after the earthquake struck at 3 p.m. The earthquake triggered landslides in the mountains. The fear of another earthquake lingered in the air. The bridge collapsed during the earthquake. Many people lost their homes in the earthquake. The museum was closed due to earthquake damage. The earthquake victims received international support. The Red Cross is helping those affected by the earthquake. The ground shook violently during the earthquake. The earthquake was a reminder of the power of nature. We felt the earthquake all the way across town. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured in the minor earthquake. The community rebuilt after the devastating earthquake. So, to summarize, today we learned that an earthquake is a shaking of the ground. We explored synonyms like tremor, quake, seism, shock, and temblor, and we touched on antonyms focusing on stillness, stability, calm, peace, and tranquility. We also looked at how the word is used in everyday conversations and news reports. Thanks for joining me on Hello Word. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others find the show. And finally, I encourage you to create your own sentence using the word earthquake and share it in the comments below the video.
See you next time.